ये जीवन कहानी उस महान व्यक्ति की है जिनकी स्मृति में यह स्मारक निर्माण किया गया है।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे।
संसार दावा नलनीहलोका त्राणाय कारुण्यं घनघनात्वं संसार दावा नलनीहलोका त्राणाय कारुण्यं घनघनात्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणनवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम्।
In the last part, we saw Juhu Saga Part 2. Mr. Nair commits atrocities against Bhaktivedanta Swami. Now, further.
Kamsa, who was from the beginning the greatest rascal, decided to persecute the Vaishnavas, being entrapped by the cycles of all-devouring eternal time. He ordered the demons to harass all kinds of saintly persons, and then he entered his house. Such activities can only reduce the duration of life. The demons accelerate the process and invite their death as soon as possible. The result of persecuting a saintly person is not only untimely death. The act is so offensive that the actor also gradually loses his beauty, his fame, and all his religious principles. An offense at the lotus feet of the devotees is a greater offense than that committed at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In his Vishnu form, the Lord carries 4 kinds of weapons in his 4 hands. Hey, what's going on?
This is unauthorized temple and the city municipality has ordered its demolition.
You cannot do this. This is
No, I have orders. Begin at the far end and work up to this side.
No.
Wait.
What's happening?
Hey, what are you doing?
What's happening?
Wait a second. Wait.
Oh.
Stop. What are you doing?
Oh,
Get out of here.
What are you trying to do? Destroy the temple? I can't believe it.
Look, This is a letter showing that this is an ISKCON temple, and ISKCON has been recognized by the Indian government. ISKCON has rights! Look!
This is a Hindu temple, and Hindus are breaking it. How can they do such a thing?
You want to help them? Go and get yourself arrested. Go right now.
Hello?
Mahadevia!
Who is this?
This is Bansuri.
Where are you?
I'm calling from office. Oh my god. Thank god it's you. They're breaking down the temple. Yes, it's our temple at Hare Krishna land. You can hear them breaking down our roof. Can't you do something?
Okay, don't worry. I'll get some help. Hello, can I talk to Mr. Baltakar, please? It's very urgent.
You're not gonna get to these deities! You're not gonna touch them! You have to kill me before you get to them! You demons!
Never mind, get back to work. Never mind, get back to work.
I see. Okay. I'll take care of it.
Leave me! Help! No! Let go of me! Stop! Let go of me!
Hello. Get me the commissioner. What is going on?
You crooks! You dare to break a Hindu temple in my city? I don't understand, sir.
I got the news that your men are breaking Hare Krishna temple in Juhu. Under the order of the Hindu municipal officer, a Hindu temple of Lord Vishnu is being demolished over there. What you people are doing?
I know of no order to demolish a temple.
Nobody does this over here. Not in Mumbai. This is my town.
Yes, Mr. Baltakri. I'll see to it right away.
Yes, you better take care of it immediately. In my city, if anyone breaks a Hindu temple, then I will take care of him along with his entire family.
Bhosle,
Yes, sir.
what do I hear about a temple in Juhu being demolished by your men? Have you been taking more bribes? How much did you get for this one? One more stunt like this, both you and I will lose our jobs. This is a religious country. You can't be going around tearing down temples, no matter how much they pay you. Unless you want to be on the street. Stop this immediately. This is an order.
Yes, sir. I'll see to it right away. Have them stop immediately. Some powerful people on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Break down this. I'm telling break down this altar. Stop. Where is the order? Okay, come.
Organize the local ISKCON sympathizers and life members. Protest the attack by giving mass publicity. Be sure to expose the persons responsible. And thank Mr. Bal Thackeray for the timely intervention. It was due to him that our temple was saved. Sada Jivatlal is the head of Vishwa Hindu Parishad. He should help us because his organization is meant for defending Hindu Dharma. Once the people of Bombay hear our story, they will side with us. Yes, make immediate arrangements to rebuild the temple structure. A small group of people is trying to drive us from the land even without returning our money? The demons will be discredited and the devotees will be glorified. This episode is a part of Krishna's plan Don't be afraid. Okay?
Yes, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
You are all respectable Hindu people. You know what your religion is. You know what we're doing. We're simply trying to present to the world your culture, your religion, and the gentlemen who come from your country, they broke it. It's a Hindu temple. They've demolished it. They've completely destroyed it. It's absolutely unfair, and we need your help. We need you to help us, otherwise they'll just keep bothering us. And what we're doing is we're presenting the Bhagavad Gita. You know the Bhagavad Gita, right? That's what we're trying to present to the world. That's what we're presenting to you. You know it better than we, and still they're destroying a Hindu temple. We have deities, full-size deities, and they're destroying them. This paper will tell you all about it.
I thought we were dealing with foreigners, but these are Bombay citizens.
Not only citizens, influential citizens at that.
But
The Honorable Judge Nain will give his verdict regarding the case of the temple on Juhu property, now under contention between the International Society for Krishna Consciousness and Mrs. Nair of Juhu, Bombay.
I have given this case my most careful attention. It is seldom that we are presented with a matter of this magnitude and gravity, which reflects the spiritual heritage of a nation. The violation of municipal building codes and permits by the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is but minor in comparison with the extreme and violent manner in which Bombay municipal authorities have exceeded their mandate. This is my finding, that the temple has been built. What is built is built. No one can destroy the temple. Case dismissed.
Hare Krishna!
Haribol!
It's finished! Can't wait to tell Prabhupada. This is great.
Maybe Srila Prabhupada could meet with Mrs. Nair and few of us to end this wrangling.
Yes, I'm sure Prabhupada would be pleased.
When will he be coming?
In 2 weeks.
I'll try to arrange a meeting.
Yes.
3. We demand immediate payment of rupees 12 lakh plus rupees 50,000 as compensation for your delays in payment.
We have no problem with your terms. But what's the guarantee that we will not be cheated again?
Well, my client is ready to sell. And actually, she has always been ready to sell.
Please, if we are not going to be straightforward, then there is no point in continuing this meeting. I want no bluffery in this house.
There's no bluffing. Actually, you're insulting me.
Look, if you want to sell, we are ready to buy. If you still have some other program, then don't waste our time and your time. Srila Prabhupada is a busy person. He didn't agree to meet you to play the same games you and Mr. Nair played for so long.
You killed my husband.
If you really believe that Prabhupada has that power, then you must be very careful about it. If you really believe that Prabhupada killed your husband, then why are you continuing his mission by harassing a pure devotee of the Lord? Prabhupada is protected by Lord Krishna, and the Lord does not tolerate mistreat of his devotees.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me for whatever I've done. I'll do whatever you want.
No. You are like my daughter. Don't worry, we will take care of you. See, we'll pay the amount as requested by you, and also we'll take care of you for the rest of your life. Don't worry.
The West is not the only producer of great literature. Philosopher Hegel recognized that India has produced some of the most magnificent work this world has ever known. As I mentioned earlier in previous classes, many 19th and 20th century thinkers and writers found an ancient Sanskrit text from India that fascinates them. It even inspired them in some of their work. This text has been the Bible of India, known as the Bhagavad Gita, which means the Song of God. Before we start considering some of the passages from this great text, I would like to call to your attention what our American literary masters think about this work. Ralph Waldo Emerson, a great writer and poet who lived in New England in the 19th century, wrote these words about the Bhagavad Gita in his journal in 1848. I owed a magnificent day to the Bhagavad Gita. It was as if an empire spoke to us, nothing small or unworthy, but large, serene, and consistent. The voice of an old intelligence, which in another age and climate had pondered and thus disposed of the same questions which exercise us. Now, it should be obvious from these words that Emerson held the Gita in very high esteem. And he was not alone. His comrade Henry David Thoreau, another great philosopher and writer, wrote these astonishing words about the Gita while he was in nature at Walden Pond. I bathed my intellect in the vast and cosmological philosophy of the Gita, since whose composition years of the gods have elapsed, and in comparison with which our modern world and its literature seem puny and trivial.
What was it exactly that fascinated these great authors with the Bhagavad Gita? I'm sorry, I know I'm not pronouncing that name right.
Your attempt at pronouncing the Sanskrit language was noble. It's Bhagavad Gita. Why don't you try pronouncing the name again?
Bhagavad Gita.
Much better. And your question is very good. Perhaps the Gita opened up areas of human experience that these writers never experienced in any literature of the West. Let's begin to explore some of these exquisite passages now.
I'm very happy that I've come back.
I'm also happy, Swamiji, to see you so relaxed.
You said you were here before. How did you like it?
I was very different back then. I came to India in search for spiritual life, but I did not know what spiritual life actually meant. I was drifting like a cloud. It was a nice experience, but there was nothing spiritual about it. I was just sort of floating with time. When I was in Benares, I would often go to the Ganges and just sit on the riverbank there. I met quite a lot of sadhus, but I can't say I met anybody who impressed me.
I'm happy that you are not impressed. Otherwise, you would not have come to me.
That's my good fortune, Swamiji.
See, I feel so much tired. And I'm not able to get sleep. What is this?
That's common after you take a long plane ride.
Is it?
They call it jet lag.
Oh.
You won't be able to sleep for a couple of days, but then you'll be really tired and then your body will adjust.
Thank you. Is this so? Thank you very much.
Swamiji.
Oh, Pandit Ji. How are you?
Did you get a good rest, Swamiji?
Not quite well. I'm feeling tired, but I could not get sleep. Kirtananda is telling me that after a long flight, it often happens. They call it jet lag.
I had to go in the morning to see some people. I have just come.
Oh. Now you can go. I will sit here for some time and talk to Panditji.
Thank you, Swamiji.
So, how was America, Swamiji?
It was very nice. Lots of young boys and girls were becoming Christian. Even though previously they did not know who Krishna is. Due to my preaching, they are accepting him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrendering to him wholeheartedly. You see, Krishna Pandit, I have implicit faith that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction will come true.
Seeing him in India is helping me to understand him even better. I can see how detached he is.
Kirtanananda? Kirtanananda.
Coming, Swamiji.
Can you play our Hare Krishna album for Krishna Pandit?
Yes, Swamiji.
You must hear it. It is wonderfully done. When I went to America, I did not have the slightest idea what kind of response I would get there. In the beginning, it was a little difficult, but Krishna always used to take care of me. When I went there first, I did not have even the idea where I would stay, what I would eat, but the son of a friend of mine, Gopal, he made all arrangements for my stay with him when I arrived there. He married one American girl called Sally. She's a very nice girl, and she used to take care of me like my own daughter. They live in a small town called Butler in Pennsylvania. The people there were also nice to me. They used to come and hear my lectures, and sometimes they also invited me to their houses. Hundreds of them have accepted the standard and become devotees of Krishna. I have given initiation to many of them. This is Kirtanananda Das, and he is one of my first disciples in New York. I will someday bring all of them to India, and you will see how sincerely they have accepted the Vaishnava way of life.
I am very glad to receive your first letter to me in India. So far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, please complete it as soon as possible. Although I am practically on the path of death, I want to see that at least our Bhagavad Gita is published in America. Regarding separation, you may know that I am also feeling that way. In the transcendental field, the feeling of separation is more valuable than the feeling of meeting. Physically, I am trying to go back to the United States as soon as possible. I have a fancy for your country. Regarding your dilemma about accepting a teaching position, Krishna wants everyone to utilize his talent as far as possible. Arjuna was a great fighter, and Krishna encouraged him to fight. He never said, "You sit down and I shall do it for you." A teacher's position is always influential. At the same time, your good editorial work will continue. So I think you should accept the position. I am also going to Bombay to try to induce the managing director to give us some concession on the Sindhya line. I hope this meets you well. Your ever well-wisher, Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Jai Swamiji.
Swamiji आ गए, 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 Sw